Welcome back to Daybreak on Trust TV. Now we're starting this morning with a development. Bandits who abducted 177 Christian worshippers in Kaduna's Kajuru area have now been contacted by the attackers, issuing the community leaders threats and accusations. This is not just a statistic, it is 177 families living in anguish and a stark, immediate example of the security crisis facing our communities. It forces the question we must ask today with even greater urgency. Security challenges. Is the government losing public support? Each major incident like this tests the public's faith in authorities. Does the public feel protected? Is there confidence in the strategy to secure the release and prevent the next abduction? Or does each headline feel a deeper sense of frustration and disconnect? We want to hear from you. This morning, are the relentless attacks eroding your trust? What must change? Where does the solution lie? In tougher action, in dialogue, or in a completely new approach? Now, your voice is crucial in this national conversation. Call us on the numbers displayed on your TV screen, and you can also send WhatsApp messages displayed on your TV screen. So, Hauwa, this is a huge question. Is the public, the government losing the public trust or support? I feel like they are because, oh well, our first caller.
We have our first caller. We have Ade
from London. Good morning.
Good morning, Ade.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Maryam. Happy weekend. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, Ade. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Thank you. Is government losing public support? I think they are losing public support. Last time we read, a man was caught in Boronu that was given 100,000 to blow people up in a mosque, which he did. And the man was arrested, and the couple was arrested. Up to now, we don't hear anything anymore. Maybe they just buried that, maybe let's forgive them. Assumption. Now, coming to Kaduna, this issue was discussed extensively yesterday on hangars. And the America has got involved again now. This thing is people sponsoring them to take 100 and something people to the bush. Where are they living in that bush? What are they eating? Where are they sleeping? Don't we have a helicopter again that can detect where people are? So they are a sponsor. Well, as long as they don't do anything about the sponsor, this is how they started with Jonathan. When they don't like Jonathan, they start like this. Chibok there comes, others comes. What happened? Jonathan is gone. They have started again. To carry 100 and something people, including children, they even let the old people go. You can imagine. So we are just joking. I'm telling you. Last time that Trump said he's coming to Nigeria, we don't want him, we don't want him. And look at it now. Is this how we are going to continue? So we will now abandon church, they won't go to church anymore. And you think Trump will now come with full force. His second coming will be worse. I'm telling you, I can guarantee you that. Because they already know this now. They are already talking about it. People going to worship God in the church. Two churches at the same time, and they raid them. Even the commissioner of police denied that nothing happened. And look at the angle, the one man says 35 family were among, that he can't even cry anymore. And with this message going to America, going to Europe, do you think they will keep quiet? The sponsors, as long as they don't deal with the sponsors, and it's a problem. And I said it on one channel yesterday, I said, up to now, Sultan has not made any statement about this issue. This is what we are complaining about. This is what the Americans are complaining about. If you want to be a leader, you be a leader for all your community. You see, Sanusi has not spoken about it. Tell me anybody important in the north that has spoken about this. Apart from governor that run up and down. And we all know that the man is a good man, innocent, very, very good man. Even America recognizes is a good man. But look at it now. 100 and something went to church. And someone said on another channel, this one in Nigeria, that people will not go to church anymore. They call Kaduna, his family, they say, they will not go to church anymore. Is that what they want to achieve? If you after Tinubu, go to Tinubu. Don't go to poor people who went to church to worship God. If this trend continues, it is not going to be Trump alone that will hit the north. It will be the European people as well. Because nobody will tolerate this. Allow them to serve their God. What's the problem? I'm not happy about this at all. God will rescue Nigeria. God bless my country.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now, Maryam, speaking of especially this particular situation that happened in Wiley in Kaduna State, it is quite devastating that it got to a point where the people have lost that sense of trust, that fiber of trust when it comes to the authority, due to the fact that when that attack happened, they refused to acknowledge that it did happen. When people of that community came to the authorities, pushed forth their issues, their problems of that attack, but it was denied that it happened. And then afterwards, a full 180 was done, letting people know, or telling people, authorities telling people that yes, that attack did happen. So how would that be in the minds of Nigerians? How would that be in the minds of those from that community or communities that have been attacked by this insecurity, by kidnappers and bandits? It is quite devastating to get to a point where something would happen, something horrible would happen to people of Nigeria, and the authorities would not really investigate or would actually debunk those facts that really did happen. I would like to hear your thoughts on it, on, how much is going on and how much Nigerians have had faith in authorities, and now it is just, I believe it is just dwindling away because that support is not there due to the fact that they feel the authorities are not doing as much as they can in making sure that people are safe. But I'd like to hear from you.
I will come back to that after this call.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I am Mr. Sunday after calling from Benue State.
Good morning, Mr. Sunday. Go ahead with your thoughts.
This is the little contribution of mine which I have to contribute over this issue. You know, the problem we are facing in Nigeria in terms of insecurity, you know, we always blame our leader. It's getting too much. It's not something of blame game, you understand? You know, like this president, for instance now, Tinubu does not sleep in Kaduna. Tinubu does not sleep in Benue. Tinubu only sleeps, although he has effort, he has things to do, he has ways that we do to help us. And the man is trying, I can say that. But we, the common Nigerians, have to help ourselves too. Because in my community, at least we can gather like people that we know they can help. And you, be on the watch, we can help ourselves. I have to play my role as a citizen. You have to play your own. Then we come together, we help ourselves. But we don't do that. Everybody, every day, this one will blame this one, this one will blame this one. That will not help us. And we'll never go anywhere. At least we have to help ourselves.
All right, thank you very much, Sunday, for your contributions. Now, looking at it, it is quite important to understand that it is a sole responsibility, even though that you would be responsible for your safety at some point, but it is a sole responsibility to keep, of the government to keep lives and properties safe. At the end of the day, we could see what happened again in Katsina State just of recent. We just saw it that there was another attack in villages that, on communities that have had those peace deals with bandits and kidnappers and still got attacked.
I feel like this peace deal is one of the factors that erodes the public trust also. So in as much as based on the analysis of recent reports around 2024 to 2025, the Nigerian government is facing severe erosion of public trust. I feel or believe this started right after the case of repentant bandits. How can you arrest bandits and make them repent? You know, sometimes, so some of the bandits are even now in the force, in the police force. So this, I believe, makes made the public to lose faith, support, lose everything. It weakened the civilians, the Nigerian citizens, because how can you tell somebody that has killed mass, population, destroyed properties to repent and, just allow him enter the society just like that. So after that, I mentioned factors eroding the public trust, and we have, I think the one in my list is failed security promises and escalating violence. Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Your name and location, please.
My name is Maryam. I'm calling you from Abuja.
Okay, thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to respond on the Sunday, what Sunday said.
Okay.
If you lose trust from government, then whatever you have in this country is already gone. Because there's no way you will say that tinubu is not in Kaduna, tinubu is not in Benue. Tinubu is the president. If you have a father at home, then your father is misbehaving. What is the other people will do? The same thing, they are not going to concentrate about anything. Seriously, there's no way but people will come to Kaduna to come and adopt 100 and something, not 10, 100 and something. And government is not doing anything about it. But it's unfair, seriously. So we don't already, Nigeria don't have, they already lose hope on the government. That's the only thing. We have to wake up and handle ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And thinking about it, Hauwa, how can these bandits come to a church and packing 177 or thereabout? Over 100 people will take us such a long time before,
That's a lot of people.
You understand?
That is a lot of people.
Of course,
and
it's trying to keep me speechless because
in relation to the fact
after
that
those
the
hours of doing
of that
there's no security personnel in sight, nothing, no, calling of security numbers and what have you. So it's the sense of urgency is really weak. We have another caller.
Yes, I believe we do. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Maryam.
Good morning,
Trust family. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Maiduguri. This is Shatima Apudima calling by Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for joining us this morning. Go ahead.
Thank you for calling, Shatima.
Thank you, Maryam. Honestly speaking, about the trust, the chain of the trust has been cut for a long time. Why? Because government is not doing what it's supposed to be. They leave their role as the government. Their primary duty is to provide security, adequate security for for the whole country. Provided government fail to provide all necessary needs, that trust cannot stand. The trust between public and the government is when the government provides what they have been expected to provide. This is a contract between government and the public. The contract that they seek for public mandate. And if public give them that mandate, they have to stand on their own part to provide all the needful so that they roll the country smoothly. My brother from Benue was trying to defend Tinubu. Tinubu was held responsible. He is the head of the government. Whether any party like it or not. If credit goes to him. If failure comes, he will be held responsible. He is the commander-in-chief of the country. Wherever he wants to do all what is reasonable and necessary to keep these monies. That's the only thing that he can regain respect and support from the public. Look at it. What happened? 177 people have been kidnapped. In the first place, you have been denying. The government is denying. Nothing happened. That means that they are not monitoring the security of the area. That's the thing. How can people will be kidnapped in large number like that? You say you are not even aware. That means you are not monitoring the movement of the country, the security of the country. It is not in your concern. You are just after 2027, which is very, very unfortunate. We have to say the sincere, and we have to say the truth. You see, we used to say, if a mirror was held before you, if you don't want that image that you see in the mirror, you should change. We are calling for them to change. That's the only thing that will change or will revive that trust between the public and the government. As long as government was in existence and all this nonsense is happening, people must talk. I am telling you, you see, Nigerians they are very patient people. This thing that is happening, if at all is another country, something has been happening, another story has been taken by now. But our people, they are too patient. We are loyal. We are following government. So government needs to change, honestly speaking. How can, as Ade was saying, it's true. Though that 177 is too large for a group of bandits to maintain them. How can they feed them? Where, you know what place they provide for them to sleep? It's very funny. Sometimes your brain cannot even strong enough to just imagine some things. 177 is very big number. A human. You see, I know. If at all you are pro tinubu, you pray for him. Pray for him so that he will change for better. If he change the movement of the government to the better, we will not support him. We are the one that voted for him. His large number voters number come from the north. We voted this government, but why? They are treating us like untraceable people. It's very unfortunate. It's painful. It's painful, honestly speaking. They need to change. They need to change. And we are praying for the country to change for better. That's our prayer. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Shatima, for that. Now, looking at this particular community especially, it is quite devastating that this is not the first, nor second, nor third time that they've had these kind of attacks, and it's been recurring. And for it to be known that it has constantly been happening and no precautions have been taken in making sure that that community, that local government is more secure than it used to be, and that in itself would make people of that community and Nigerians at large lose faith in the ability of the authorities of the government in making sure that they are safe and sound in their environment.
You know, Hauwa, if you notice, have you noticed that people are no longer too outraged or bothered when the news of, you know, mass abduction happens, because lots of people have been hearing this news all the time. In other countries, this will have been a matter of urgency and, you know, outrage from the citizens to tell the government to do the needful. The government will be restless until they do something. But right now, see, not everybody knows that there was mass abduction in Kaduna right now. We have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Abasin Kong. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, all the callers have spoken well. Shatima also, some of the things we talked about. When we talk about security, constantly our security is all precautionary measures taken to protecting life and property. What is protecting life and property? It is the prerogative of the government, of the head of state, to ensure that the citizenry are protected. I want to talk about three major points. One is blame game. This is not the time for us to start blaming game. I mean, this is not the time for blaming game. We should not be blaming anybody for the lapses we have created, because everybody has contributed in one way or the other to ensuring that security is not working in this country. Number two, security for everybody. Everybody has a full responsibility. However, you there, If you are doing something wrong, you have the responsibility to report to the police, to report to the DSS, to report to the civil defense. But have you done that? If you see a child doing one or two things that is immaculate, have you ever reported to your parents or have you done that? So it is the responsibility of everybody. The third one is we have all failed as far as security is concerned, including myself. Every one of us we have failed. We have not done the right thing to ensuring that security is at its peak. Why am I saying this? It's because there are the lapses until we go back to the drawing board and ensuring, seeing that where have we been? Yes, life changes very quickly in a very quick way. If you let it be, you will be. So as long as we want to be in life, we must change positively with life. The police must ensure that the way they live before, they don't live it now. People must go on courses, constant courses. And we should also remember that Nigerians play a key role in the international community. Security-wise, look at Cotonou. We have been doing, our security has been active. Look at Congo, DR Congo. Look at Liberia. Look at several other places. Nigerians have performed. Why is it that we are not performing in this place, in our own country? Something is wrong, which means we have to do something about it. We need national guard. And each time I say we need national guard, this country needs national guard to be at. America has national guard. France has national guard. Israel has national guard. Iran has national guard. So we need a force that will check between the army and the police. Mobile police was introduced for that purpose, but they are not doing their purpose. They are guiding the big men. So until we go back to the drawing board, then when we talk about security, there are lapses. We don't have surveillance. We don't have non-kinetic is not being applied. That is the Reiki department, and a lot of things have to be done until we go back to the drawing board and ensuring that, and to ensure that we do things right. But I want to add here, Trust TV has really done well, because there's a man that they interviewed, and the man had what it takes to put security at its peak. And the man said, I think something Yahuda, something like that, gesto, a security intelligence and something interrogative, something like that. That man, if I can have that man and Babajide of TVC, my sister, you will see changes in security system. Some of them, they are not up to date. They don't go to school. What I mean by they don't go to school, they don't send them on courses. So how will you have changes in security? Thank you, Trust TV. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, Abasenkong, for that. We have a couple of WhatsApp messages, and this first one is from Usman Santara Kibeti from Jimita Nyula, and he says, good morning, Hauwa, Kiyawa, and welcome, Maryam, Idris. Yesterday, it was a great day for the Media Trust hosting the yearly dialogue. May God made it possible for the country to adhere to what was discussed and make use of the recommendations preferred. Now, the topic of insecurity is the people losing faith in what the government is doing. My take is clear and emphatic, yes. The people of this country, especially in the northern axis, where there's a great deal of insecurity, Boko Haram, banditry and kidnapping for ransom has become a daily routine being perpetrated by hardened criminals in spite of the huge budgetary allocation towards security. The activities of criminals remain unabated as they outweigh the security apparatus of the country, which makes it possible for the people of the country losing confidence on the part of the government protecting them as they are at the mercy of the hardened criminals who are having a field day. May God save the country. Thanks and remain blessed. All right, thank you very much, Usman Santirai Kibiti from Jimita.
And the next message is coming from Ilyas from Kaduna. He says the government have lost public trust because they are an accomplice. They have failed woefully. May God rescue us from this current quagmire. I mean, from Ilyas. Then another one.
Next up,
okay.
yes, we have a message from Olufemi from Lagos, and he says, good morning. It is disturbing when I heard people pointing fingers on federal government when it comes to security issues. Governors and local council chairmen are closer to where these bandits are operating. They know their families and villages they came from, and they did nothing. Those are the people that need to tackle this problem. They will just need to seek for federal backup and security personnel's deployment. But they cross their fingers looking, where is their monthly security allowances going? What are they using it for? These are questions that need to be answered by them. This is from Olufemi from Lagos. Thank you very much, Olufemi, for that.
Another message is coming from...
I believe...
Yeah, we have a couple of messages that are still coming in. And this is from Prince Ahmed Yusuf Obangari, Abuja Model City. Says, good morning, Trust TV and the facilitators. This is my humble contribution on this topic. Nigeria's security challenges are eroding public trust in the government. The country faces numerous threats, including banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, and communal violence, which have devastated the economy and social life, particularly in the north. The government response has been criticized for being reactive rather than proactive, with some arguing that the insecurity architecture is outdated and ineffective. Corruption and poor governance are also major contributors to the security crisis, with many Nigerians perceiving the police and other government agencies as corrupt and untrustworthy. The recent declaration of a national security emergency by President Bola Tinubu is seen as a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to address the root causes of insecurity, such as poverty, unemployment, and social exclusion. That's what he
All right, that is all we have for this segment. Thank you to all our callers that gave their thoughts and opinions, as well as those that sent their WhatsApp messages. We'll be going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be diving into our discussion segment, and we'll be looking at security challenges as well as the recent resurgence of these attacks. Make sure you stay tuned with us for trending videos right here on Daybreak. We'll be right back.